There is a fun group of stitches on the Pfaff Creative 4.5 sewing machine called Sewing Techniques. In here, there are 5 different groupings of different types of stitches, from 4 directional sewing stitches to stacking stitches to ribbon stitches. And you'll be able to find each of these videos in our collection at sewingmastery.com. But for right now, let's go ahead and talk about what stacking stitches are. And this is something that even if you had a machine that didn't have these, you could almost stack your own stitches. So here we go. What are we talking about? These stitches are linked together as pairs. So let's just pick the first one for example. You do see that it recommends foot number 8. Make sure that the IDT is not engaged for this foot. And the key is actually starting with at the same point when you go to stitch each of these. Now you'll notice that the fabric will actually go in different directions, side to side. So you do want to keep the fabric kind of parallel to the edge of the presser foot. So we'll go ahead and let this stitch out. When I get a little bit further down, I'm going to go ahead and change colors and then restart stitch number 2. So this little vine and the hearts are meant to come together for a very unique look. We'll need to start this second stitch at the exact point the first stitch started. We do have stabilizer under this fabric that really helps keep the foot guided correctly. I'm going to use the thread snips here. That's going to go ahead and let the design finish to its natural end, do the lock, and then cut it all at once. Next, we're going to go ahead and change colors of thread. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to find right where that stitch started, right there, and that's where I'll sink the needle down with the new color. So let's go ahead, we'll pick that new stitch. You can see always that little green plus for the starting point. So if you're ever wondering, is my needle starting on the left side of the stitch or the right side? Is it going to go to the left first or does it go to the opposite direction? You can truly see what is going on there. Okay, new color. Can you imagine like one of the colors being a variegated thread if we chose to do that, and then one solid? Okay, so I'm going to hand turn. And I'm going to really get close. I want to see that my stitch is exactly, there it is. I want to sink my needle down. Then I'll just go ahead and push the play button, one of my favorite functions when sewing out decorative stitches. And again, I'm going to just kind of keep the fabric going nice and smooth, nice and parallel, because as the fabric goes back and forth, it kind of wants to drift a little bit. So the more we can kind of keep an eye on that, you'll definitely have a better result here. Okay, oh, it's so fun. Every combination is going to give you something new here. So that looks like the last little heart. I can see I'm veering just a little. Oh, no, actually, maybe not. Here we go. Let's take a look. So there's actually quite a few pairs of stitches here. I'm up to 8. Yes, so there's 10 different combinations of stitches, 20 different stitches. Of course, we could just use this heart as its own stitch. You don't have to pair it up. As you can see, we've got some fabulous stitches, but they are designed to work with each other. So have some fun with your Pfaff stacking stitches.